We on? Oh, okay, we on. Let me check real quick just to make sure. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Hello there, boys and girls, and welcome back to another stream where today we're doing things a little different. We are doing an animation stream. Yes, that is right. Um, uh, you heard right, men and women. I'm learning how to animate professionally. Well, not professionally, but beginnerly or something of the sort. Um, and I am gonna be just, I don't know, going through a video tutorial about it and then just figuring out as I go along. And I want to record it because it's more fun. And sometimes my friend pops in. Friends. I don't have one friend. I have no friend. Okay, no. But yeah, so my friends popped in. Sometimes other people pop in, and I like that. That's what I like about stream. Um, and I think I said this last stream, but once again for the podcast viewers, sorry guys. School's really starting, and I'm gonna have to take it seriously. But don't worry. Like 10 weeks, I think, is when the next break is, and I think it will be able to fit lots of videos in there. Cause yeah. Anyway, let me just go ahead and launch up the Blender. Go to this scene. Okay, here, and we're gonna do that. Just how low my charge is. It's actually really sad. Okay, and as you can see, we are using Blender 2.91.0, which essentially means it's the newer version of Blender. Doesn't really mean anything different. I mean, there's like a little changes so far. I mean, I'm new to it, so you know, actually, I'm gonna use my mouse. It's better that way. Is it good? Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn my Bluetooth on. Real quick. Let me go over here. Let me press that. Why does it work? You know what? Whatever. That's fine. I'm gonna have to have it there. That's fine, bro. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let me just real quick go back to it. I don't know what I was doing then, but did something. So let's go over here. Let's go back to Blender. Now, once again, I'm using 2.9. So once again, the newer version. Right, and let me just go over here. Let me go to check out my stream. How's it doing? It's doing good. Indeed, it is. And I might actually have to be going soon, which is sad indeed. But just the way of things, you know. What else? What do I want to do with the stream again? Oh yes, yes, the thumbnail, the thumbnail. Let me change the thumbnail real quick. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I see it now. Let me change it. I guess it's just random photo. I don't know where this is. This is in this photo. Oh, nope, can't use that because it's bigger than 2 millibytes. Don't know what that means, but okay, can't use that. What else can I use? I can use that, but I already used that before. I guess the thumbnail is going to be a little hammer I made by the beach one day. Never mind, it's bigger than 2 millibytes. About 3.5 character sheet, just why not at this point? Huh? Nope. Okay. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Whatever. Okay, that's cool. Okay, yeah, now that I have that, we can go over here and go back to Blender. Now, as you can see, there's different versions of Blender, such as not general, but 2D animation, sculpting, VFX, and currently I'm on 3D animation. What I want to do is 2D animation, because I think it looks the funniest, and it's usually the easiest, because I don't really know how they look like. Actually, let me check it out. "3D animation on Blender." Ad. It's a video we'll play after ad. By the way, I'm watching a video from CG Geek. Check him out as well. Okay, that's actually pretty cool, but it's too hard for me. So let's just go 2D animation for now. So the video that I'm going to be doing is by Worthy Kids. And Worthy Kids, yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Worthy Kids. So he does really cool animation, and I know I'm not a big YouTuber or anything, or influencer of any kind really, but for those people who are following me, 13 currently, go check him out. I know he has like 500,000 subscribers already, but he's pretty famous already, but I mean, he can get more famous, so how about 13 extra subscribers to him, huh? Anyway, and also if you hear this, Worthy Kids, I'm a big fan of yours. You're probably not going to hear this, but I'm just saying I'm a big fan of yours and everything, and would really like to have like a 2.9 tutorial. I know this is, and by the way, the one I'm watching is 2.8, and I don't think it's any different. Well, no wait, it's 2.91, and this is 2.80. I don't know. I really don't know what's the difference. I'm not a professional Blender user like you, so if you could like send it over there, that'd be awesome. And anyway, if you guys want to follow along, I'll put a link. Let me just put a link to the description now. Yeah, I'm gonna put a link to his thing in the description, so you guys can follow along if you like. Let's go to. Okay. Over here. Also, forgive me, my mic is just bullcrap, but you know how it is. Okay, copy that. I'm gonna edit that. I'm gonna put that in the description. Save. There we go. Okay, I put that in the description, so if anyone wants to check it out as well. Right, so anyway, back to this, I believe. So let's go over here. Yeah, so we are going to be doing 2D animation. So let me just do that. And as you can see, I like to use F marker chisel because it just looks the coolest in my opinion. I really don't know about you guys. So without further ado, let us watch his video. And his videos are around 1 hour and 30 minutes long. I don't really know if I have all that time, so I'm probably going to skip some few parts. So let's just play it.
Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to attempt to show you the basics of how to use Blender 2.8 for 2D animation like I did in some of my recent videos. First, you want to go to blender.org and download
Yeah, we got that.
They have Mac and started this.
Okay, skip all those, skip all
It's going
those,
to make some of
there
the
you go.
default windows and the kind of these up here, which are just sort of preset.
By the way, I would like to remind you guys that Blender is a free thing, and I've downloaded it, and there's really no viruses or anything, so you guys don't need to worry about that. But I think you can only use it on computer, so sorry for you. Well, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can only use it on computer. Windows, Mac, or Linux, I forget what it's called. It's like, what time is it? It's like 7:26 where I am right now. I don't know why, but I'm exhausted. Yeah, it's free, so you can just go ahead and just make sure that everything is cool. Everything is indeed. Yeah, so it's free and everything. So just go check it out if you want to. If you want to be an animator, I need an upgrade for my stop motion. I don't think it's even right to call it stop motion. I don't even know what that is. But well, I do know what it is, but I'm just saying. Anyway, let's continue.
Window types, right? You could make any of these setups yourself just by pulling out windows and changing the types, but these are kind of preset to be convenient for 2D animation. So I always do File, New, 2D animation. And then you'll see we have this big blank canvas. So the first thing I want to show everybody is how to navigate in Blender if you've never done this before. This is just moving in the 3D view. So you use the middle mouse wheel to zoom in and out, and you'll see that this is the canvas. There's this kind of gray area out here. And what's happening is we're currently in the camera view, so we're inside the camera and we're looking forward. And this is just how it default places you when you make a new 2D animation file. But you can click the middle mouse and drag, right click and drag, and you can see what's really going on. So there's the camera, and we're looking forward across the plane. Okay, and now we can't really get back in, right? We're kind of stuck out here. So this is where, and you can zoom in and out, this is where view snapping becomes important, and you can snap to a bunch of different views using your numpad keys. If you don't have a numpad on your keyboard, you want to go into preferences.
Oh yeah, and I do not have a trackpad, so there's that. I can't really animate. I can like animate basically, but I can't really animate like that. But this guy doesn't have a track. Well, he does have a trackpad, but he's not using right now. I'm pretty sure. So I mean, I'm just gonna follow what he does. But I am gonna get one soon, for my birthday, which is coming up. So that's pretty cool.
And let me find this. Okay, default to advanced numeric input. I believe what that lets you do is use the other number keys above, the letter keys, like the 1, 2, 3, 4. It lets you use those instead, as opposed to the numpad. Basically, all of the numpad numbers let you snap to different parts of the view. So if you press
Yeah, I don't really need that.
I should also say that middle mouse click lets you kind of, they call this a trackballing or like a turntable around a specific point. If you hold shift and middle mouse click, you can pan like this.
So right now we're in like the navigating Blender part of it, so.
And trackball. And if you're in the camera view, you're going to be using the shift middle mouse click more because you want to zoom in without coming out of the camera view. Okay, you can also use numpad 1. That takes you to a front view. It just snaps you to this flat front view. Numpad 3 puts you at a side view. You can see the camera here. Numpad 7 is a top view. And then the other numpads just kind of do other stuff. So numpad 2 kind of lets you scroll in increments like this. And numpad 8 does the opposite. It It's like, oh, because it's an arrow. It's got a little arrow on it. Numpad 4 does that. Numpad 6 pans that way. I don't know what Numpad 9 does. I've never hit this one. Oh, that's weird. Numpad 5 you might use a bit more often. What this does is it snaps you out of perspective view. So right now we're in perspective view, and if you hit Numpad 5, you can see it flattens everything out, so there's no perspective. They call this orthographic perspective. And then if you press 5 again, it snaps you back into perspective. So we're just going to click 0 and go to the camera view for now. Okay, next I would like to talk about layers. So, over here, you have this sidebar with all these icons on it, and these are different menus you can access. This green one with the squiggly line, at least that's how it looks in 2.8. They might change that later, but this is the layers menu, and you can see up here it says layers. This is the name of the object that we're currently inside of. We're inside of a stroke or grease pencil object. And you can see here, this grease pencil object has 2 layers, one called lines and one called fills. And both layers, you can select them, have these little buttons next to them. So this little lock button does what it kind of does in most 2D art programs, which is it makes it so you can't edit that layer. In case you're like editing all the layers at once, you might want to lock some of them so you can lock them. The little eyeball here lets you make them visible and invisible. There's nothing on these layers right now, so that's not, you can't really see what's happening. And then this last one is onion skinning. And if you've ever used an animation program before, you know what onion skinning is. But if you haven't, onion skinning is it shows you ghost images of the frames before and after.
Oh, kind of like stop motion. So like, actually, this guy probably explained it better, but I'm gonna explain it afterwards as well.
Or you know what onion skinning is. But if you haven't, onion skinning is it shows you ghost images of the frames before and after the one you're working on. So it's kind of like a light table. You can reference, what the next drawings are and what the previous drawings are. It's really a must if you're doing in-betweens.
So essentially what he said, for anyone who has my IQ, okay, but for basically what he said is that, so in stop motion, do you know when, like, for example, like, let's say you have one person here, right? And let's say you have a clay figure here, right? This is a very, very good drawing, by the way. But let's say you have a clay figure here, right? And then he wants to go over there. So you have to take a picture now, take a picture again, but he's over there now. Take a picture again, and again, and again, and again, and so on and so forth until he reaches his destination, right? But then afterwards, what you're going to have to do, or rather, what makes the stop motion thing more useful, and I know this because I've done it, is that, for example, if he's over here all of a sudden, or like, I don't know, like maybe your camera falls, right? And then now you have this frame, and then this is not what you want, because Snowman Stickman dude is down here, right? But he was up here a minute ago. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need a like ghost image. Like if you don't have a ghost image, it'll be really hard to line up where this guy was like 2 frames ago or 1 frame ago or however many frames ago. And frames are just like pictures, I guess, like pictures of like a thing, of like a whole video. And that's basically what a video is. It's just a bunch of frames or photos put together really fast and with sound usually. But anyway, that's basically onion skinning, I think they call it. Yeah, onion skinning. I mean, I didn't know it was called that, but I know it was like a ghost image or something like that. So this basically allows you to match up where you were a couple frames ago, 1 frame ago, or however many frames ago. And yeah, that's the dumbed down version of that. I'm gonna delete all of that. I'm using Command Z if anyone's wondering what I'm using to erase. And this is Apple, so I don't know if it would work. But yeah.
Oh, and this first one is a little harder to explain. Okay, mask layer removes any pixel outside underlying layers drawing. That explains it pretty well, actually. So if you have a drawing of a circle on this layer, and then you've got some like squiggles on this layer, you can click this and it'll lock the alpha channel of the squiggles to the layer directly below it. This comes in handy in very specific situations, but let's move on. This is the
Basically, what this does is that it makes it more organized and neater.
blend mode.
That's it.
You'll recognize this from 2D art programs, right? You got overlay, add, subtract. Subtract is something different in Blender.
Whoa, what's that?
But let's move on. This is the blend mode. You'll recognize this from 2D art programs, right? You got overlay, add, subtract. Subtract is something different in Blender. I'd have to show you. I never really use it, so I won't go into it for now. But multiply does what you think it do, and a divide does what you think it do. Below that, we have the opacity. I should put something on this layer. Let me just quickly there. So now you can change the opacity, right? And it does exactly, that. And it's got this little button here. This is the same as this button. It's just in a different spot. It's the mask button. Let's actually show that in action. So let's say down here, I'm going to draw a circle. Whoops. Okay. Escape, right? When I was drawing the circle, it hasn't actually drawn it. You have to click enter to officially draw it, or you could click escape. I'm just going to control Z undo that because I want to make it kind of solid. So I'm going to use a solid color, hit enter. I'll talk about click enter to officially.
Hold up a minute.
I'm going to draw a circle.
Oh, okay.
Whoops. Okay. Escape, right? When I was drawing the circle, it hasn't actually drawn it. You have to click enter.
Where's enter? I don't see no enter on my thing. You mean return? Oh. Okay, there we go.
Officially draw it, or you could click escape. I'm just going to control Z undo that because I want to make it kind of solid. So I'm going to use a solid color, hit enter. I'll talk about the colors in a second, but now you can see if I click over to lines and I turn on the mask, you see exactly what it does.
Whoa, buddy, slow down.
Kind of solid. So I'm going to use a solid color, hit enter. I'll talk about the colors in a second, but now you can see if I click over to lines and I turn on the mask, you see exactly what it does. It chops it off using the layer beneath it. And if you flip these, you could see the opposite effect, right? Okay, I'm going to talk about materials now, but before I do, I'd like to point out that this layer menu is also kind of accessible up here. So it says layer, and it's just like a simplified
Okay,
version.
let me actually try and really quick an experiment. Okay, let me just do this real quick. I'm just gonna. So, Stickman. Okay, let me just do another one. Okay, now I'm trying to animate it. And by the way, I did watch this video before, so I kind of know what I'm doing here. I don't know what that is, but it's working. You see? Look at that. He's waving. Look at that. He's waving. And my computer's just dying at this point. like that. He disappeared. That's actually pretty cool. How do I get rid of... Oh, wait, is this a scissor thing? Just cut it away out of existence. There we go. Problem solved. Right, back to the video.
Of it where you can change the opacity, you can turn on onion skinning. And this is just if you've got the materials tab open or any other tab open and you don't want to click over here and go through all that work. You can just click up here and you've got a little quick menu. Let's talk about the materials now. So in Blender, these are different from other Blender materials. These are like grease pencil specific types of materials, and they consist of a stroke and a fill. So you can see with this one, it's just called black, and it's like a black line. And the stroke is on, but the fill is turned off. So if I turn the fill on, it's going to kind of turn into a mess. Let me demo that a little so you can see it, bro. What is it doing, right? It's kind of automatically filling in what it thinks is the middle of the thing you're drawing, basically. I don't really use the fill tool like, I don't use fills like this. I just kind of draw the lines, you know, with a line color like this. And then I use the fill.
Okay, well, not gonna lie. These kind of remind, like, this thing with a dot stroke, it kind of reminds me of blood. Like, look at this, look at this, look at this. If I do this, and if I go up here, and if I go to red, and then I do this. Oh, dang it. Oh, wait, hold up. Like blood. It's kind of like blood, isn't it? And then, let's try this. This is Minecraft blood right here. But, yeah. It's just pretty cool.
And I fill it in with a fill color later. So yeah, you've got red, and you can see it's the same as black, but it's red. You've got gray, which is the stroke is gray, and the fill is the same shade of gray. And then you've got black dots, and this apparently makes little dots. I've never used this; it's very strange. But let's talk about how to make your own materials, because this is basically your palette, right? I like to have each character in the animation, each character in each shot, be their own grease pencil object. And each grease pencil object, this one again is just called stroke, has its own materials. And you can have multiple strokes use the same materials, but the specific list of materials that they're using, the palette, is different for each stroke. But again, they can use the same materials, so you can have, you know, like this gray will be the same gray anytime you use it, as long as you're picking this specific one. You can even change the name. This is like my gray. So yeah, let's make another color. Let's make a blue color. So I'm just going to click on my gray, and you can see it's using another instance of this material. It's using a second instance of it. And you can see there's a 2 here.
Whoa, buddy, calm down there.
Picking this specific one. You can even change the name. This is like my gray. So yeah, let's make another color. Let's make a blue color. So I'm just going to click on my gray, and you can see it's using another instance of this material. It's using a second instance of it. And you can see there's a 2 here, because that's telling you that there are 2 instances of this same material.
What'd I do?
And if you change anything about it, it'll change for both of them, because you're changing the base material.
What'd I do?
And it doesn't matter who's using it, you know, it'll always
I don't know what I just did.
change. So let's change.
Hold up. Oh god, what have I done? I'm kidding. Whoa, I did 2? I don't feel so good. I'm kidding.
So if you want to make
I'm fine and dandy, y'all.
a unique material that has nothing to do with this gray one, you just click the 2, and that will make it unique.
Oh, like I did.
And now we can change it
I'm
to
unique. Ha.
blue. And now that it's unlinked from the gray, we can also change this part. So let's change this to blue. And now that it's unlinked from the gray, we can also change this part. So let's change this to a bluish color. And you want the stroke to be the same as the fill. And the easiest way to do that, you could click it this part. So let's change this to a bluish color. And you want the stroke to be the same as the fill. And the easiest way to do that, you could click it here and try and color drop it. But what's way easier is you just hover over the color here and you do Control C to copy and then Control V to paste. And now they're the same. And you want them to be the same when you're filling.
So what was it? It was Control P.
Here, and you do Control C. Do that. You could click it here and try and color drop it. But what's way easier is you just hover over the color here and you do Control C to copy.
Control C to copy.
And then Control V.
Control V. Yeah, I did it.
To paste. And now they're the same. And you want them to be the same when you're filling stuff so that the very edges of your fill, the stroke at the edge of the fill, is the same color so it doesn't look weird. Unless you want to, maybe you're trying to do some specific look. Moving on, let's start talking about the tools over here. Okay, so let's
We're only 12 minutes in.
this kind of mess I've made. What's the easiest way to do that? So here's the tools. This is the draw tool, right? This is the one you'll be using when you're doing sketching or line art or that kind of stuff. And right now, you can see it's set to draw pencil. These are all just presets, and you can program your own and add them in here. But these are the ones that come with Blender. So I use draw pencil if I'm doing sketching. I'll usually use like a bluish color. Let's change that name. Sketch. And you can, draw with it. So I drew all this blue sketchiness on the fills layer, and you can see that because it made a little dot, it made a keyframe here. Oops. It made a keyframe here, and it only appeared on the fills layer, which will also...
Whoa, buddy, calm down there.
Because it made a little dot, it made a keyframe here. Oops. It made a keyframe here, and it only appeared on the fills layer, which will also I have fill...
I'm a little confused there, buddy John.
Selected because it made a little dot. It made a key...
Where did I don't see nothing. Oh, it's a mask. Yeah, bro. With the kids, you really gotta make another one, bro. One of these, please.
Oops. It made a keyframe here, and it only appeared on the fills layer, which will also I have fills selected when I was drawing. So let's undo that and make sure that we're drawing it on lines.
Oh.
Right, and now it's appearing on the lines layer because that one's selected. Okay, let's do some line art. So I'm going to change brushes to draw.
Let's go to layer real quick. Just do something real quick. See who's on. Nobody's on. That's sad. Okay, so we good, bro? Oh yeah, we're good. Sorry, just gotta real quick. Let me just real quick. I need to do something. Just hold on a sec, will you? Real quick. How long have we been streaming for? We've been streaming for about... How long now? I don't even know. Let me check. I'm sorry, Worthy Kids, you just have to wait for a little bit.
Sorry, can someone get...
Well, there, Sonny boy. Okay, I got distracted already. Sorry, my bad. I'll be right there. Just give me a sec, boys. Okay. Oh, look at that. Someone's watching. That's nice. Hello. They're probably gonna leave. Watch this. They're probably gonna leave right now. Yeah, what'd I tell you? That's fine. It is 7:51 at night, so I don't blame them. I gotta do these more earlier, honestly. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay.
Do you like playing tabletop games but can't be in the same place at the same time?
Yes. Okay. Dang, they didn't say with energy, man. They have to say with energy. Why they gotta do that? Okay. Dang, they didn't say with energy. Not the right video.
Draw noise.
Oh, what's this? Okay, we just have to take a quick intermission real quick. Okay, folks. Turns out we are gonna have to end the stream rather early. So basically that was like a little tiny bit of Blender. I might continue the stream later on. I am gonna mark where we left. I'm just gonna watch the stream again to see where we left off. But yeah, that's that. That is indeed that. Hold up. Just a real quick little treat for you guys. The mic's probably gonna sound like crap in here, bro. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay, right. Ba-dum. You're not seeing my background, but check this out. It's a kind of face reveal. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Okay, enough of that. I take this to the fitter. Helmet off. Ow, my hair. Okay. Okay, yeah. I don't think I... Oh, there's someone. There's someone on the whole time. That's just kind of nice. Okay. But I commend you for your patience. But yeah, we're gonna have to end it here, guys. I will continue this later on. That is a little quick preview of Blender. I advise you guys go and check it out yourselves. It's a really cool thing. It's completely free as well. And it's not shady one bit. I can promise you that. And well, not really one bit. I mean, there's always a chance that it might be shady for your device. It wasn't shady for mine, and it wasn't shady for a lot of other people. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. Just be careful when you're downloading stuff from the internet, or any place really. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next stream or video. I might actually do a stream about how to edit, and then in doing so, oh, like Just Golden does. Yeah, I might do one of Just Golden's classical stream. I'm saying Just Golden because I don't know if he wants to be known by his real name. And Just Golden, if you're listening, I would really love to do a stream with you. Just I don't know, just join in like a stream or something whenever I'm playing Minecraft or even Fortnite. I might do Fortnite. I just think I don't know how to hook up my Nintendo because I'm a Nintendo Fortnite player. I'm pretty cracked for one, by the way. Just saying. I'm not a sweat, but I'm pretty good. Anyway, but I might just when I figure out how to connect my Nintendo to like a streaming service or something like that. Well, not a streaming service, a streaming platform, software, something like that. Then I'm gonna stream with you. So that'd be sick. How can I do my PC? I just realized that. Whatever. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that thank you. I just want to say thank you guys one last time. And you're probably tired of hearing this outro, so I'm gonna end it here.